Today we gather to salute the strength and fortitude so many have in their patriotic love for our country. We should spend today reflecting on their service and sacrifice. The selflessness of those who have served or are currently serving has given us the ability to be leaders of the free world. All of us have been touched by a veteran, whether that is serving ourselves or watching a family member or a friend stand up for our country. We all respect the decisions they have made. For me, it was my uncle who died while fighting in Europe in World War II, and my father, who gallantly served during the Korean War. For the last century, we have celebrated our Veterans Day on this day. Following the end of World War I, Armistice Day was celebrated on November 11th. In 1938, November 11th of each year became a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace. In 1954, following World War II and the Korean War, the holiday became known as Veterans Day, a day to honor American veterans of all wars. Each year we celebrate, honor, and thank those who sacrificed for the common good of our country.
Every veteran that has served, we thank you. We think of your service. We think of your courage. And most of all, we thank you for your sacrifice. Because whether you gave your total life, you sacrificed that amount of time from your moms, your dads, your brothers, your sisters. You sacrificed it from your children. And I think that we should always remember that even if many came home, many are still suffering as our people who have served. And whenever we can and wherever we are, we need to always keep that utmost in our mind.
It's a day set aside to honor me and those that brought me up in the Army, to honor them for their sacrifice and to appreciate them for what they've done for the country.
I think that we have learned that we can hate the war but not the warriors, and so our more recent veterans have been taken care of and appreciated a little better. And I think the veterans coming back, I don't think people really appreciate the value that military service brings to an individual, that they may have been in combat, but they're not broken. Most of them. They're well trained, they're competent, they're educated, they can lead, they can solve problems, and people need to, especially employers, need to hire them and help them out. I had a conversation with Commissioner Heather French Henry, who's the Kentucky Veterans Affairs Commissioner. And I don't remember the exact number of female veterans. It seems to me it was in excess of 15,000 in Kentucky. But she said that only 2,000 of them were registered with the VA and getting the services that they needed. And that was one of the things that she wanted to emphasize, was trying to get female veterans to get the help that they need. I think there's a history of, especially in World War II, the female veterans of World War II didn't feel like veterans and weren't treated like veterans, and so maybe some of that's going on now, but just try to get all our female veterans who need help the help they need.